Hey, so what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Hot Topics with Eddie. I am super duper excited to be here and share this video with you guys today. So I really hope you guys are staying safe and healthy in this pandemic. Those of us who are in school, I really hope you guys are adjusting well to this new virtual learning, because I know for me it has definitely been a challenge. And with that being said, this is why I'm just so excited to share this future content that I have with you guys. So today I want to talk to you guys about why the strong black woman trope is very dangerous. And just to dive right into it, a lot of times we may think hearing people compliment how strong black women are is complimentary, or sometimes people do come from a genuine and good place when they compliment us. You know how a lot of people say, like, man, black women are so powerful, black women are so strong, black women are so resilient. However, due to the prevalence of the strong black woman trope in society, it can be extremely harmful and problematic to us as well. And I'll just use this video to really break that down and explain why. So, furthermore, in the media, we constantly see strong, confident, independent, fierce black women who are just killing the game, coming in, saving the day. You know what I'm saying? And oftentimes, like almost every single time, them coming out on top, it is always at the expense of their well-being and their emotional and mental health. And just a few examples where we see this is Kerry Washington's character in Scandal, Viola Davis's character in How to Get Away with Murder, Gabrielle Union and Mary Jane, Cookie and Empire, etc., etc. And so Dr. Shell Giscombe, and side note, I will be referencing a few points in this video, and I'll put the title in the caption, and I'll also put a screenshot in my reference videos highlight for those of y'all who want to watch it, and to also give credit because we don't do plagiarism over here. Okay, so anyway, a black lady named Dr. Shell Giscombe identifies 5 characteristics of the black superwoman schema, or in other words, where we see this trope play out in black women and how to identify it. So number 1 is the need to embody strength. Number 2 is the obligation to suppress emotions. Number 3 is to resist vulnerability or help from others. Number 4 is the obsession to succeed despite barriers. And number 5, prioritizing care for others over self-care. And as I stated earlier, we see this schema clear cut and firsthand in the characters that I mentioned earlier. And so the first consequence of this trope is that it affects black women's health. 57% of black women ages 20 and over are obese, and 46% of black women have high blood pressure. And black women also show the highest rates of network stress, and that's basically taking on the emotional baggage and stress of others around us. And this network stress could lead to black women being more likely to die from breast cancer. And I found it interesting in the video that we're not more likely to get it, but we're more likely to die from it. And just to re-emphasize some points, black women are constantly saviors, saving the day despite suffering heavy or suffering in silence. And even when we do reach a breaking point, we aren't allowed to process our emotions. And a great example that was in the video is Annalise Keating in How to Get Away with Murder. Even when she spiraled into alcoholism, she was still demonized, she was still beat down, and everybody around her was still expecting her to be a savior and clean up their mess and fix their problems, even when they saw her in her worst state breaking down. So I just really think that that's a good example. My second point is that another consequence is that black women aren't seen as people who need to be protected. We're dehumanized to death, and unfortunately even beyond that. So the first example that I have really observed and realized is Breonna Taylor. In her cruel, unjust murder was desensitized on social media down to Instagram captions, memes, and even apparel names. I would see people putting it really small, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor on Breonna's butt. I would see people just throwing it in their captions like it's an aesthetic. I would even see clothing companies naming their shirts after her. It was just really sad to see that. And another example that we are very familiar with is Megan Thee Stallion. She literally had a near-death experience, and that experience was memes, comedy skits, and just a bunch of Twitter jokes to everybody on social media. And I just find it very pathetic that when Kanye disrespects us and our ancestors on this app, whenever he wants to, everybody is very sympathetic to him and mental health. And, well, you know, his mom died years ago, so we just need to have a lot of sympathy for him. But Megan literally lost her mom and grandma recently, and she got shot. Like, she got shot. She could have died. And she was not met with that same care and empathy. And just that alone just really shows that society just looks at Black women as just objects that can endure so much pain. And we are not seen as gracious people who need to be protected. And so my last point is that the strong Black woman trope only wants Black women to be strong when it's convenient for others and not ourselves. So, for example, when I was younger, my family members used to constantly ridicule me for being sensitive, for being shy, for being gullible. It was always, "Oh, you such a crybaby. You need to stop crying. You can't walk through life like that. You need to, grow tough skin," whatever. Now that I'm starting to grow confident in my voice and I'm becoming very affirmative with my opinions and beliefs, those same people are like, "You're too aggressive, you're too headstrong, you need to learn how to be soft and gentle. A man is not gonna like a woman who's too headstrong," right? So it's just like, well, what is it? And after really thinking about it, I realized that family and society loves when black women's strength transpires into taking care of our men, being the backbone and forefront of these movements, giving up ourselves to take care of family, friends, and so on. That is when you see the love for strong Black women. However, when we're confident, when we know our worth and our strength is in our voice, in our intelligence, our demeanor, in our self-protection, that's when it becomes problematic. So a lot of comments that you guys see or may say about Black women being too aggressive, quote unquote, that really translates to, wait, your strength isn't really benefiting me. You aren't displaying strength the way society told you to. Now you're making me uncomfortable. And since it confuses and discomforts me, I'm going to project that on you and paint you as problematic, which is what we see in the media. And so, in other words, majority of the time, people love our strength when it benefits everyone around us, not when it uplifts, protects, and is centered around us. So with that being said, I just really hope that this video was very informative to you guys. I hope that we can all really see, like, how are we contributing to keeping this trope being perpetuated and deeply ingrained in society. And also to my Black women who are watching this, please take the time to really take care of y'all selves, pour into y'all selves, and get selfish sometimes. Because we see the world is not going to reciprocate the same energy that we're expected to give to everybody around us. So yeah, I really hope that you guys like this video. Please give me feedback and be on the lookout for my next video in the next few days. So thank you.